Hi everyone! So today I'm going to be doing a tutorial for you guys on the magic ring. It's something that a lot of beginners really struggle with, and I want to express that that is totally normal. It is definitely a little bit of a strange concept, especially for some people with how they learn. There's a million tutorials out there, but I know from just hanging out in Reddit forums and on Discords that a lot of people still struggle even with the abundance of tutorials we already have. So I'm just going to put my spin on it. I'm going to show you guys how I do it. I'm really going to slow it down step by step. And hopefully if you've been struggling with the magic ring, this is the video that clicks for you. Alright, so first things first, if you don't know how to make a slip knot, I'm going to show you how to do that right now. I'm going to show you the fast way first, and then I will slow it down. It's important to note that a magic ring is not made by you starting with a slip knot like you do with your chains, but it's important to know how to make a slip knot in order to understand how a magic ring works. So I'll make a slip knot really quick. I'm going to do it the fast way. Just wrap it over, pull it through, and there you have your adjustable knot. Super quick, super easy once you get the hang of it. Now I'll slow it down for you. You're going to have your yarn on the inside of your hand. You're going to hold it with your thumb and your ring finger. Any way that's comfortable really, but this makes the most sense to me for how I do it. Then you're going to take your yarn and wrap it from front to back around your two first fingers. Once you get all the way back around, instead of going back over in front, you're going to make a little X and cross into the back. I like to hold this yarn with my pinky just to keep it in place. But because we're making a slip knot, it's really not going to be there long enough to really need to be held too much, but in case you need to stabilize it. From there, you put this piece under this piece. So you just tuck it under there and pull it out. And there you go. There's your slip knot. Now, to understand why you need to know that, a magic ring is just an incomplete slip knot. And I find that once you understand that, it makes it easier to understand the ring itself. So here's what we're going to do. Practice making your slip knot if you don't already have a method that works for you. If you do, you'll just have to insert the rest of my instructions at the appropriate time, whatever works best for your method. For this method that I'm showing you, we're going to start as normal. You're going to hold the yarn, wrap the yarn, cross, hold with your pinky. Now instead of grabbing the yarn with your finger and just pulling through, grab your hook, insert your hook under the front strand of yarn, grab the back strand and pull it through. Once you're here, you can give it a little twist just to keep it nice and secure. Now, this is the important part. This is how you're going to secure your ring so it doesn't just immediately fall apart. You're going to insert your hook under that back strand again, from front, which is the direction towards you, to the back, the direction away from you. So you are going to go under this strand, and that counts as a yarn over because we are chaining 1. This part can be a little bit tricky because of that twist. There you go. Now, if you have done this correctly, you should be able to let go, and you have a ring. So basically, you had an incomplete slip knot right over here and a chain 1 coming through it. Now, I like to untwist this. It tends to get wrapped around a little bit. Untwisting it will just make it a little bit easier to actually pull the hole closed once you're ready to. So from here, grab your yarn like normal. This is how I hold my yarn. Doesn't matter how you hold yours, whatever's most comfortable. I grip the project in between my thumb and middle finger. And the important part is that when you insert your hook, you are going over both the loop and the tail. The tail is what's going to close it, so it's very important that you crochet over it. So let's say your project is starting with single crochets. You're going to make a normal single crochet, treating the loop as your stitch. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull up your loop, yarn over, pull through. 1 stitch. Okay, so I'll show you again, and then I'm going to make a total of 6 stitches. And I will show you all of them in real time. I will not speed it up, but I will get faster as I go, just for time's sake. So, your second stitch, you insert, you yarn over, pull up your loop, yarn over, pull through 2 stitches. And remember to go over both the ring and the tail. This is critical. Okay, I'm going to speed up a little bit now. Now, I typically do a yarn under rather than a yarn over. You can if you want. It's pretty much the same thing. It's just what's more comfortable for me. And that's how I go faster. But you can yarn over instead. Doesn't really make a difference. Ooh, I did make that stitch a little bit loose though. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 6. My stitches are getting loose because this yarn is kinking up on me. Okay, well, that's fine. Larger stitches will be easier for you guys to see anyway. Now, I have my 6 stitches. I have crocheted over both the ring and the tail. The tail is how you close your ring. If your stitches are too tight, it will be really difficult to close it, so try to make sure your tension is nice and even and loose. You don't want a death grip on the yarn. So, I like to pinch my project right about here, not hard, just gently to stabilize it. And I'm going to pull that ring closed. And you can see that when you do that, you bring your first and your last stitch closer together. Now, what you do next really depends on the pattern, so I'm not going to go into detail, but basically you usually have two options here if you're working in the round and doing, say, an amigurumi project. You'll either slip stitch into this stitch and then chain one to work in join rounds, or you will single crochet directly into this stitch and work in continuous or spiral rounds. Either way, you probably want to mark this with a stitch marker. I just don't have any near me right now because I am very unprepared. But don't mind that. So we're going to say we're working in continuous spiral rounds. So I'm going to insert my hook and go under both loops just like you would for a normal single crochet when you're working flat. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through two. And there you go. You have a circle. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. You can always slow this video down if I went too fast. You can speed it up if I went too slow and drove you insane. I totally understand that. I usually put tutorials on ×2 speed. That's just the best way that I learn. So please don't hesitate to manipulate the video as is necessary for you. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments below. I would be happy to answer them, and if necessary, I'll even make another video if I keep getting the same questions over and over. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're interested in more content from me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!